Hey everybody, it's just me. I wanted to welcome you to this third week in educational psychology. Typically I make a lot of videos. I just happen to see that there were some of them that were preloaded from last semester, so the content is there. Sometimes I refer to something going on like maybe spring break or something going on in springtime. So forgive those comments, but the content is there for you to watch. Typically I try to make at least one or two videos just to extract a little bit of the content out for you with regard to the chapter. So first of all, welcome to Monday, and second of all, you should be entering week 3. So yeah, it's already the third week of school, and this next chapter is really about the social and emotional development of the child. Some of this you have probably covered in development, human growth and development, but a little bit of it is a recap. So if you want to look at some of the content with it, it's very, very good. But secondly, the one part in educational psychology that you want to watch is Woolfolk does a very, very good job of relating all of your content back to teaching, meaning how can I make a difference in the classroom. So in this chapter, it starts talking about Bronfenbrenner and his bioecological model. You'll get into Erikson and his stages of development. Remember, you had Piaget and Vygotsky and kind of their take on cognitive development. And then this gets into more of a social development. So these two people, Bronfenbrenner and Erikson, are more social development people versus cognitive development. Again, you can kind of meld these together and see what you like and don't like with regard to some of the content. It also talks about different structures in the classroom that we can do to help students. Lastly, it talks about some of the ideas of the importance of play in the classroom, which goes to Piaget and Vygotsky, that social context and interaction, along with the cognitive development and language development. So it does really feed right back from chapter 2 going into chapter 3. Some of the objectives, just to look real quick with regard to the PLT, would be to discuss and know the components of the Bronfenbrenner bioecological model. So that would be really important for PLT content. Discuss the relationship between parenting styles and childhood development. Where that comes into play is that parenting styles are very relatable to the styles in which you teach. And so there's authoritative, authoritarian, these 4 different learning styles that parents use, or teaching styles that are very parenting oriented. So the one thing you really want to watch is the difference between authoritative and authoritarian. One of them is high warmth, high control, and one of them is low warmth, high control. And you want to be high warmth, high control. So you want to have good control of your classroom, but you also want to be a human being that's very caring and kind and builds that relationship with your students. So that's authoritarian. Positive peer relationships and some of the social and emotional development that goes on with that, cliques, peers, and peer life. So that's, again, a good recap, probably from human growth and development. Another thing is to look at difference in student identity when it comes to group situations, again, peer groups, cliques, that type of thing. Lastly is to explain the different types of moral development and moral theories. And that gets into that idea of Erikson and moral development, which is another social issue. And I believe this week's discussion board talks about moral development and your take on what moral development is. So, again, chapter 3 is kind of a fun one to move through. You will have the same structure as you've had in the weeks past. You will do a quiz. I'm going to go through and probably edit some of the content in the quiz because I'm going to start using a variety of different materials for reading. As well, you will have the PowerPoint, the content from just all of the keywords in the chapter. And one of the things I would tell you about this actual content is the summary in the book is very, very good. It's only about 1.5 pages, but I always tell students to go there first and read that, and it kind of sets the stage for what the entire chapter is about. So if you have questions or comments, make sure you're directing them at me. Everybody's really been functioning very well with regard to moving through this course. So if you have questions, please feel free to call me or email me. I am here to help you. So anyway, have a great Monday and a good week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.